Hi guys, it's Nicola Bishop here and I'm going to talk to you today about brushes. So our brushes are our main tool really. So during any nail service, whether we are acrylicing, gelling, or we're finishing up with that design our client wants, our brushes are so important. So we need to make sure we look after them and that we use them all for the right things. There's been quite a few questions about brushes, and also I've been giving people information about brushes that they didn't know. So I thought I'd jump on today and just give you the lowdown really and a run through of brushes. So I'm going to start with acrylics. We at Glitterbels have a couple of different sizes of brushes and a couple of different models of brushes. So we've got our original brush, which I absolutely love, which has got this sort of coppery handle to it. And we have this in several sizes. We have it in an 8, a 10, a 12, and I believe a 14 as well. I've got the 12 that I use mostly. Our acrylic brushes need prepping before you use it. So every single new brush needs prepping. So be sure to have a spare one just in case you do ruin it, you do get acrylic stuck in it, or you put it down quickly to answer the phone, and have one that's already prepped. If you rush your prep stage, the likeliness is you may ruin your brush. These brushes are manufactured like a lot of things that we buy, and they all come dipped in resin, and the resin keeps it in its form really, so that when we buy it, it's in that nice point. So what we need to do is we need to get that resin out, and by doing that I place a glove on my hand, and for ages I fluff the resin out. And if you think you're done, go a bit longer. Sometimes people think they're done and got all the resin out and then start to work with it, and then their brush frays and it goes fluffy, or it splits in the middle. And if it splits down the middle, normally there's resin still down the shaft of the brush. This resin, once it's dipped in liquid, almost goes like you've stuck acrylic powder into your brush. So be sure to fluff all that resin out. I will hope to do an actual run through of how to prep a new brush at some point. So make sure you get that out, and then once you feel that you've got all the resin out, dip in the monomer and get it into your desired shape. So this is my brush, this is in my desired shape, and my brush seems to always angle to one side because of the way I use it. It's very much like a fountain pen. It adapts to the way you use it. So be sure not to sort of let anyone else borrow your brush. When I store my brush and I put it away, I make sure there's always a little bit of monomer in it. I'm dying to sort of dip this in monomer and get it all moistened up now, but unfortunately I'm at home and I haven't brought any home with me, so I can't actually show you how I do that. But keep it moist, keep it in monomer, keep it moist. When you put it away, make sure you don't completely dry the brush out. These brushes are most likely made of horsehair, or they're synthetic, and they like to be soft. They don't like to go hard and crispy. So make sure you clean your brush and you put it away moist, and you make sure you don't let anyone else use it. These older brushes, or the older the older version of the brushes, are actually rounded, but we can pinch them with a pinching tool just here, or a pair of pliers. If we pinch them here, it will flatten the brush, making it a flatter brush to use. I actually like a rounded pointed brush, but I do have the size 12 in the newer glitter brushes. So I have the size 12 in this one. Again, we need to prep this in the exact same way. Get all that resin out before we start working with it. This brush is actually pinched, so it is a flatter brush. And this one is a size 12 as well. The pinched brushes do feel as if they're slightly bigger because they are flatter. And as you can see, when I use mine bends to one side. It does with every brush that I use, and that's how I like to use it. So if you get a size 12, be aware that they come slightly bigger in the glitter brushes. My next set of brushes, as you can see, I've got them lined up. We have an array of art brushes on the website, and they are all used for different things. Now, a lot of the brushes may say gel art brushes or fine liner brushes, but obviously you will find the right brush for you, whether you're using gel or paint or whatever you're using. These are put into two sections for me because these brushes I actually use with my paint and these ones I use with my gel. If you use a brush in gel polish or gel paints, you cannot then use it in normal acrylic water-based paints. So be sure to keep them separate and not ruin, say, your favourite paintbrush. These ones are my gel brushes, so I use these three here for picking up gel polish, marbling with gel polish, using it with hard gel, etc. And then I've got two tiny fine liners, which I use to paint with. Gel to clean gel brushes. So the same sort of method as acrylic. Remember, it's got resin in, so just fluff it out a little bit, the resin, and then clean it through with clear top coat. Gel likes gel, so again we keep a little bit of gel in our brush and we can clean it through with clear gel top coat. So you can use a little bit of tin foil, or you can use a little palette. I'll show you the palette I've been using tonight to do some painting, so do excuse the colours on there. You can use a little palette to paint with, and you can use that to clean your brush through. So gel likes gel, so you clean your acrylic brushes in monomer, not acetone, nothing else, just monomer, and you clean your gel brushes in clear gel top coat. So let's say I've used a red gel polish with one of these brushes. I would then place a little bit of, say, non-wipe top coat onto my palette, and I would pull my brush through until all the red is pulled out. The gel will pull the red gel out, so keep running it through and wiping it on tissue. It may take you a little while, but do persevere. It does work a treat. Then we've got my art brushes. My art brushes are used with water-based acrylic paints. So I use them just with water. So nothing else, no acetone, no cleanser, nothing. I just use them with water. If I was to use these with gel, like I said before, then it would become a gel paintbrush. You can't go back. You can go over to gel from these brushes, but you can't go back. They have to be cleaned with water after every use and during use. So be careful that you're not allowing the paint to set into your brushes. Now, if this paint starts to set, sometimes it sets right at the belly of the brush, so make sure you clean that all the way through and you keep cleaning the brushes. You can also, a little trick, use baby wipes on your water-based art brushes. So let me just show you these delicate little brushes. If you're really into painting and Disney art. And then these brushes here, some of them are tapered and small. So these brushes here I've decided to pull to the side, and I've decided to use these brushes to do things like one stroke, where you can pick two beads of colour up and create nice flowers. These look like the perfect one stroke brushes, so I've started to use them with them. So that's my little video on brushes and how to take care of your brushes. But yeah, if you've got any questions about brushes or any questions about the Glitterbels brush collection, please don't hesitate to ask us, or even to contact myself, Nicola Bishop, through Facebook or Instagram. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and be sure to subscribe and press the bell button for any more up and coming help videos and funky designs. Thank you.